Now, Colin Kaepernick was recently fined $11,000. If you were watching the game on Sunday, you saw that he was penalized a 15-yard penalty for a personal foul for using foul language. Now, this is one of the things the NFL has been trying to crack down on. They just recently, over the summer, instated a rule where saying if you use the N-word, you get a 15-yard penalty. I believe you were looking it up. You saw some other just foul language in general gets penalized.
Like over the last couple years, they've been looking at cracking down on profanity, and there is rules that can be extended, like actions directed at another player, at an opposing player, which can include foul language or cursing them or cussing at them, are already illegal and are considered unsportsmanlike conduct. Those all fall under it. So how much they've been enforcing that or enforcing foul language as falling under that, I haven't really seen them do much before, but they might be that might be one of the things that they're getting a little bit more sensitive to the last couple of years, especially with increasing particulars of the rule. So
yeah.
I don't know.
And this is something that I think is stupid. I honestly just think this is really stupid. If he didn't use the N-word, which I understand they want to keep that out of the sport, but if he just was cursing, normal cursing at somebody, even if it's against him to another team, the other team, you know what? It's a physical sport. These guys get ramped up. That's what we want to see. We want to see these guys get as hyped as possible. I think it's just wrong to fine them $11,000 for using a word.
Now I'm going to say this, like we were just talking about, these kids in college, though, getting these kinds of problems and seeing the results. Now we're also it's also sending a message, though, saying like, hey, even at the pro level, you got to keep straight while you're representing an organization in a professional environment, which if you were on your job, if you started cussing out I don't know, competition or at a customer or some kind of client or anyone, right? In the middle of work, you might get some repercussions.
Yeah, I agree. And you might say, well, Brian, you just gave it to Jameis Winston for doing it, but I see these two settings as totally different settings. I see doing it on the playing field and doing it in the middle of a place with just random public walking through. That's where I'm drawing the line. Now, maybe the flag should have been thrown. I'm not hating on the flag. Maybe that 15-yard penalty is all right. But the $11,000 fine, I just think that's absurd.
I don't know, because $11,000 is pretty much nothing at that level. Like, it's Kaepernick, right? How much does he make? He makes several million a year. So
he just signed a $100 million contract not too long ago. So I mean, yeah, he's fine.
$11,000.
Don't get me wrong. I think he makes something like $1 million a game or something like that. So it's a drop in the bucket. I just think it's a stupid one. I mean, I
don't know. I would also say that I can see this also being directed at trying to combat and put a little more even playing field for physical violence. Like we see, every game, so there's some scuffle that comes in, someone punches someone else at some point, there's flags thrown for that. Usually that stuff starts with guys trash talking each other and getting a little bit too aggressive there. Usually that's where it starts. And, there's certain things someone's going to say. It's difficult for you, like you said, you're already ramped up, to not take it to the next level. But of course, you take it to the next level, you're the one getting penalized. So this is kind of a matter of like, oh, but he started it. Well, let's even the playing field. There's penalty for punching. There's penalty for throwing the words as well.
I don't disagree with the penalty. That's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with the penalty.
But you always get fines with that. Those kinds of like personal, just completely unrelated to the game penalties.
Like I said, I don't disagree with the penalty. I just disagree with the fine. So I don't know. Let us know what you think. Hit us up. Comments down below.